Hello, this is the first in a series of videos about basic statistics. When you watch these videos, you should have several things. You should have a calculator of some kind. You should have something to write on and something to write with. Please do pause the video to take notes, do calculations, try and work out problems for yourself before you see how I do them. So today, I just want to introduce you to some basic vocabulary. This is all about statistics. What is statistics? I want you guys to think about that a little more. But first couple words I'm going to look at are the sample and the population. What's a sample? Well, a sample is when you pick out a small group to study. A population is everybody, like everybody in the United States, or everybody in New Jersey, or all students at a particular school, or all dogs on the planet. That could be the population. Most of the time, it's not feasible to study everyone. The sample is a smaller group selected out of the population to study. If you want to know who's going to win the next election, you can't ask everybody. You don't have enough time. So you select a small group of people and ask them who they're going to vote for. If you want to know the average weight of dogs, you can't weigh all the dogs, so you pick out a random sample and you weigh them. Population is everybody. Sample is a group selected from the population for study. A statistic versus a parameter. A statistic is a number based on a sample. For example, I surveyed 300 people, and 36% of them have a cat. 36% of my sample has a cat. That's a statistic. It's a precise number based on a sample. A parameter is a number based on the population. Parameters are much harder to find. The census deals with parameters. A statistic might come from a survey. A parameter might come from the census. So, that's good. A few more words for you. Variable. What's a variable? It's not quite like in algebra class. In algebra class, a variable is a letter that stands for a number and you got to solve for x. That's not quite what's going on here. Instead, you can think of a variable as a question that you ask about different members of your sample or population. For example, how tall are you? How much do you weigh? Do you have a dog? Who are you voting for? These are all questions that can have variable answers depending on how you ask. Now keep in mind, your population might not be human and might not be able to speak, so you might be measuring rather than asking. If you want to know the mean weight of cats, you're not going to go up to a cat and say, "How much do you weigh?" The cat will probably hiss at you or just walk away. Instead, you would have to catch the cat and weigh it. Still, it's a question. How much does this cat weigh? There are two main types of variables. Quantitative and qualitative. One has an N and one has an L. What's the difference? What do these mean? A quantitative variable is a number. Like, how tall are you? How old are you? How much do you weigh? How many children do you have? How much does your dog weigh? Height, weight, age, shoe size. All quantitative variables. Can you think of a few more? Give it a try. Write them down. Okay, what do you think qualitative is? Qualitative is any variable where the answers are not numbers. Like, do you have a dog? What color is your dog? What town do you live in? Are you male or female? What's your job? What's your major? Do you have a job? The answers are not numbers. So, these are certain words that you should be familiar with as we continue our study of statistics. I really hope you have fun.